Hi everyone! Today I want to share a card made with the Christmas Gleaming Stamp set. I really like this stamp set. It's really pretty with a nice big holly berry, some nice sentiments and pretty ornaments. But what I love the most about this stamp set is that it is part of a bundle with paper punches. And I love paper punches. I like to use them to make things other than their intention. Like these are ornament shaped. It's hard to see the shapes in the glare. I think you can see them there. This one makes ornament shapes, but if you kind of look at it, you can see that this one maybe could be used as a little elf head with a little hat, or maybe it's a beard, I don't know. And I've seen lots of flowers made with these. You can imagine a whole set of these punched out and turned into a flower, and you've got different sizes, so you can make different size petals and really pretty flowers. So this is a great bundle. I love it. And if you purchase the stamps and punches together, make sure you use the bundle number. There are numbers for just the stamp set or just the punches. Make sure you use the bundle item number so that you get all of it in one bundle at the savings of 10% when you buy them all together. So we're going to make this card here, which is a fun fold type card. And I really like the way the base of the card is cut, so I want to show you that, and some fun copper accents that come from the paper and some foil accent sheets. So I'm going to show you that as well. First up, I'm going to show you how to cut this card, and it's really simple. Normally when we make cards, a lot of times demonstrators will cut a piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock in half, and you can cut it in half the short way, and I think that's called the hamburger fold because it's short, or if you fold it the long way, I think that's called the hot dog fold. I'm not positive. This one you want to fold on the long, so it's like kind of a tall tent card. So how we're going to do that is you're going to take your cardstock and first score it. So you're going to make 2 cards at one time. You're going to score the card at 5.5. Then rotate it and cut it at 4.25, like so. Okay, and then you need to make one more cut. So you're going to put the card at the 8.5, sorry, 8. I was right the first time. The 8-inch line. Okay, and cut again. So you've got a short side to this folded area here. Okay, and then you've got this leftover piece here, and you think, wow, I'm really wasting a lot of pieces, but you're not, because that is going to turn over and be your center panel, just like that. So it goes from being here to here. It's hard to see because it's tone on tone here, but when we put it all together, you'll see that again. Okay, so we are using this gorgeous Christmas Gleaming Designer Series paper. I'm going to show you the pack really quick. It's a beautiful pack of paper in rich colors. It's got mossy meadow paired with night of navy and copper accents and pretty peacock, and you can see the copper shining through here. I've used a lot of it. This is the back. Now the fronts all have copper foil accents, but I wanted to show you the backs too because they're really good for the rest of the year. Maybe you don't need a lot of Christmas ornament paper left over after Christmas, but look at these beautiful stripes. And they're Night of Navy, Mossy Meadow, and Pretty Peacock, which are very rich, deep colors, great for a masculine card. And then this star too. I think these would be great cards for young adults or masculine cards. Father's Day, just about anything. You've got a navy geometric and an old olive geometric, as well as kind of a frilly navy and peacock. I think there was one more. Yeah. So you've got these really nice, deep, rich pattern papers. And then on the other side, the copper accents. You've got a navy and copper geometric. You've got the ornaments. I love this star one, and I'm almost afraid to use it, so I haven't touched it yet because I really like it a lot. And then you've got this pretty peacock with the copper kind of swirls, filigree looking. This one we're going to use on our large ornament. Another peacock and swirl. This one's really pretty. It's mossy meadow with copper leaves and holly berries. I think that's all of them. Okay, so we're going to punch out. You want one small and one large ornament. So I'm going to punch that out of this navy and copper geometric. And while you've got it still in your hand, grab a little scrap of copper foil and cut a little ornament top. You know how your ornaments have little metal tops to them? And then I need a large ornament. And again, a little piece of copper. The first thing I'm going to do is glue the little tops on so they dry while we're working here. Sometimes these little details just really make the card, I think. All right, we'll set those aside. Next, we're going to layer on our ornament piece here. Now, so since this piece here is 2.5, we've got another piece here. The designer series paper is going to be 2 1/4 by 4, and that just goes right on top. Make sure your ornaments are hanging the correct way. I don't want to defy gravity with our card here. All right, and then on the inside, you're going to want a panel of Berry Vanilla. And that's cut at 5 1/4 by 4. I'm not going to glue that down yet because I want to stamp on it first. Now I've also cut out another piece of Berry Vanilla, and this one is cut with the stitched, let's see if you can see that stitching here, stitched rectangle shapes framelit, layering framelits, I believe. Got a long name. Woo. And this one is the one that measures just about 3 1/2. It's a little tiny bit over 3 1/2 by 2 1/2. So that's the one you want to find. And we're going to stamp our sentiments on our vanilla pieces. And we're going to do that in Night of Navy. So on the outside we have deck the halls with boughs of holly, and we're going to do that to the left. And on the inside, the sentiment continues with "and be jolly this season," and that's going to go in the center. So that's our sentiments. We're done with the navy. And we have some more stamping to do with the holly. So we're going to use Memento ink because we're going to color them in with the stamping blends, which means you need to use Memento ink for that. So that's my inside. And then on another piece of Berry Vanilla, stamp another one. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and color our holly. I'm going to do one in real time, and then I'll do the other one really fast so that you can speed it up so that you don't have to watch me color it twice. So some people like to do this. Blends come in Stampin' Blends are light and dark, and you use them together to show different value in your piece, like you want to add some roundness to your berries or some depth to your leaves. So some people like to do light first, dark first, and I think that you kind of have to find what you like best. I like to do the light first, and I go all over with the light, and then I go back over again with the dark. Now if you're doing a large area, you need to do it in small pieces, like maybe not all the holly berries at once. These are pretty small. I can work pretty fast, so I did all the holly berries at once. But if these were larger petals, maybe on the magnolia stamp or something big, you want to go and do smaller sections. So then, if you feel you need to blend it out a little bit more, you can go over that harsh line with the light again and blend it out, and then it'll dry with the dark area and the light area. So then I'm using Mossy Meadow, which is a color I'm pulling right out of the cards designer series paper. I like to look to see what they used as my ideas. So this is the light Mossy Meadow, and I'm going to go all over. But this time I'm only going to do one leaf because it's got a lot of little detail, and I don't want it to completely dry when I add the dark. and a brush tip and a little small blunt end tip. And I'm going to use the blunt end to do these little veins and some shading where the berries are overlapping. Now, sometimes you can just let that be, or sometimes you might want to go back over it with the light and kind of blend it out a little bit, and then it's going to kind of not look as harsh. And we'll do this one same way. Okay, there's my holly, and now I'm going to do it again on this one, but I'll speed it up. Okay, I've got it all cut out. Now let's put the rest together. Okay, there's my inside, and this is going to get covered up with this piece here. Now you only want to add adhesive to the left side, oops, and right in the middle. And then your stitched rectangle goes right in the middle as well. There we go. Okay, now we have these accents here, but I also want to add another embellishment, and it's called what is it called? Brightly Gleaming Foil Accents, and it has some copper stars in 2 sizes, an ornament, and these little leaf pieces, which is what we're going to use just for some more shimmer. Now our large leaf, our large ornament, we're going to put straight down flat. I like Christmas cards to not be too bulky because you send out so many. But then our smaller ornament, I'm going to use one-dimensional right in the middle and adhere that layering on top of the large ornament. And our holly, add a little bit of liquid glue, and we're going to tuck it behind the ornament. And I like it sticking up past the center, but you want to make sure it doesn't go past the card because then it won't fit in the envelope. There you go. And then I've got this little accent of copper, and you just need a little bit of adhesive on a few of these pieces here, and I just wanted it to stick out, kind of giving it more sparkle and shine to the front. What do you think? I think it's a really simple card, and I think that it packs a lot of bang for its buck. We're not using a lot of fancy things here, and you get a lot of bang for your buck here. It's nice and flat. It's going to hold, it's going to send well through the mail, and you can make a whole bunch of these for Christmas. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you'll continue to watch some of my videos here on this channel, subscribe, and also I would love it if you would join me at Facebook. I have a Facebook Beth's Paper Cuts Ideas Sharing group, and in that group you can show what you're doing with the Christmas Gleaming. Maybe you're another demonstrator, maybe you have a different demonstrator. That's okay. Come and share your ideas at the group. You don't have to necessarily purchase from me. You just want to share our ideas, get ideas, and share yours, gain and give freely amongst each other. And you will see, hopefully, other people can show what they're doing with the Christmas Gleaming Stamp set. And here's what I'm doing with the Christmas Gleaming Stamp set. Very pretty cards. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.